Hello, Grandpa here. I decided to do a build that looked like the one of my favorite shows that I would watch growing up was Scooby-Doo. Where are you? And on the opening scene there was a haunted mansion. And if you come up to my haunted mansion and kind of scroll out like that, it does appear similar to the haunted mansion in the opening credits of Scooby-Doo. I don't have any build footage. All my build footage is erased, but I am going to put up this tour. Walk around the side and look around the sides of the building. Uh, right here I have the stove with the pipe sticking out the back. What I did here was I had a door wall, backed the stove up to where the pipes were sticking out the door, and changed it to a solid wall so it clipped the pipes on the outside of the building rather than having the pipes and smoke and all go inside the building. I have on the bottom floor the windows are boarded up to keep people from coming in. Doesn't work because we pulled the boards off the door on the front and went in anyway. So that's what happened there. On the back porch here we have put all of our crafting stations, and this would be a shot or the way our back looks with the back porch. And then we go around to the uh, west side and we look at this side, which is basically just a basic view of the side. Sun's going down a little bit. I may have to cut my light on so we can see, but yeah, this is the outside. And walking up here you can see that what I did to make this little rounded area here is I used the blueprint I have of the bay window. And if you go back and look at the previous video where I gave instructions on how we could build the bay window, and that's what made this part and the part above. I just snapped one on top of the other to make a double story. And so we walk in here, and this is the receiving room in the mansion, in the haunted mansion. It's one of the most decorated areas. That's the build is sparsely decorated because I run out of budget. On my budget, I used over half of the budget on just the building. So it doesn't look as good as I would like, or not decorated as well as I would like, because of the budget. And then I used a lot of candle lights, and the lights take up a lot of budget, but the candles don't give off a lot of light. Keeping with the theme, I figured this was built during a time when we didn't have electricity, so we used candles for lights. This is the kitchen area in this side, the kitchen and dining area. This is the stove, where I put the pipes on the outside the wall. And this is the sink I merged into the bar so that it, looks a little better, a little fancier. Put an extra light on it here to give off more light, kind of see what we're doing over here. And over in the corner, I used the floating trick with the camp module to float the western bar set here up and place against the wall so it looked like a cabinet on top with shelves and shelves on the bottom. Over here I did the same thing, but I turned it around so that we would have a shelf looking part up top of the cabinet and just a plain cabinet on the bottom. I merged two tables together to make the tables longer so it would take up more area, look a little more fancy, a little more what a owner of a mansion would be sitting at. Come back out here and back through the foyer, or the receiving room, and we go into, let me turn the light on so we can see better. There you go. See, now we can see better with my flashlight on. It looks a little better. It doesn't look as spooky, but it looks a little better. We can see more anyway. And I like the stone floor in the foyer, or the receiving room, with the round rug. I like the doors, the way the doors look with the wallpaper and the floor. We're going to go to the west wing, on the bottom floor of the west wing. We have this little, doorway, hallway section here before we go into the main hall of the west wing. And this is what I would perceive as the servants area, where we would house our butler, our maid, and our chauffeur and cook. This is their little bathroom in the servants' quarter. Nothing fancy, over and run down, and just the basics of what needed in a bathroom. And going down the hall, and each one of these rooms are basically the same. They may have a little different dresser or wardrobe where the servants can keep their belongings, but the bed, the wallpaper on the curtains or drapes are basically the same. Small room, just a place to keep your crap and sleep, because most of the day you're going to be working for us, right? Okay. So, same thing here, just furniture just turned a different way. The next room would be the same way. Basically the same in all the rooms. The next room, furniture turned a different way, a little different type of wardrobe or dresser with a lamp on it. A little different curtains. You see, in the bedrooms, we have the diamond brownish carpet with the red drapes and roses colored wallpaper, kind of matches each other. And then out in the hallway we have the blue drapes with the purple greenish black wallpaper, kind of match each other with the hardwood floors to kind of give it a little, hey, this belongs together look. We have several of the candle lights, which the candle lights do take up a lot of budget, like I said, and the candles give off very little light. Let me turn my light off, see. So when it's dark, you don't see a whole lot. But that's good for a spooky build. I guess it's good for a haunted mansion. Go back into the hallway room here. A little more decoration here, a little fancy furniture, because you're coming into what would be perceived as the main part of the house. Go in this little room here. This is your stairwell. Open the door to go out the back, but look, if we're running from somebody, we can't go out the back because it's blocked. We're going to go on up the stairwell and go into the south wing hallway. Basics the same setup as the hallway below, but up here we have a little different rooms. We have where the owners would have slept. The rich person who owned the manor would have slept here. A little crowded because of the big bed, but rooms a little bit bigger, furniture a little more fancier. Next room over would be a children's room. A little more room because of the smaller bunk beds, but basically the same size and the same decorating theme. Wall decor a little bit more childish, but the wallpaper, rug, and drink's basically the same. And we go out of here and go to the west wing upper floor. We have the same little hallway room here with some wall decorations, some furniture. A little more fancy than the bottom, because this is where the owners stay. They want to distinguish themselves and look a little more fancy. If we open this door and we go in here, we're going into the drawing room, which is, I think, the most decorated room I have. The fanciest furniture. Again, it's partially decorated because of the budget issue, but a little more fancier. A place to sit and relax and write a letter at your desk, or maybe have a drink or two. Just relax in this room, the drawing room. And then if we go, see, we'll have a little decoration here in this hallway. When we go down this hallway, we have a table. We have another bedroom here, an adult bedroom, a little more decoration on the wall, a little more wall decor, a little fancier dresser and the wardrobe, and place to keep your stuff a little fancier than the servants. And go down to the last room here, and we go in here. There's another child's room. You know, a little more room because, again, the bunk beds and just your basic stuff needed in the bedroom. We go down to the end of the hall, other end of the hall. We have the owner's bathroom. They would share one bathroom, just a little bit fancier, but not much. Just the basic what you would need for your bathroom. And now we'll go back out of here, and that's the tour basically. Go outside, go back down the stairs, and we'll go outside and pan out away from the building and go woo, dooby 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 doo, dooby dooby doo doo. Okay, y'all be good and be safe here.